The digital age, where having a website is essential for any business. But with so many devices and screen sizes, how can you ensure your website looks great on every device? Introducing Responsive Website Design. Upgrade to responsive website design today, and give your customers the best online experience possible. With responsive design, your website automatically adjusts to the screen size of the device it's being viewed on. No more zooming in and out, or scrolling left and right. Your website will always look great, no matter the device. Get a free consultation. Contact us today at Mainstream Digicom.
Don't lose your when building an online store. Use Shopify.
Need an efficient web design strategy, search engine optimization, paid search engine marketing, or even social media marketing services. At JavaLogic, we make your website work for you by getting dream customers who are asking for your services. We'll find the best keyword combinations for your business so you can rank higher in the search engines when potential customers are ready to buy. We'll create and optimize your current website so that it is beautiful, easy to navigate. So when your dream customers visit, you'll want to come back again and again.
Peace, I'm Freeman, founder and director of the OFC. We're also known as the One Full Circle Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network, founded October 2011. I'm honored for this opportunity to introduce you all to the OFC, but more importantly, I'm excited for what this OFC BNI collaboration will economically do for your business, your family, and our community. The OFC is dedicated to bridging the gap between the French and the English-speaking melanated community, and to empowering the community by providing culturally adapted resources and support. But the power of the OFC is in our network. We serve a community of over 16,000 members. Our members consist of entrepreneurs and business owners, as well as individuals and families. All members are committed to supporting each other in order to create a solid economic foundation for ourselves and our future generations. Within the OFC, we understand that by supporting your business, your company will expand and will eventually create employment opportunities for our youth. Our model is simple. Members come to us for products and services, and we refer them to you. At the end of the day, we may have amazing products and services, but we need access to clients willing to spend money in our businesses in order for us to thrive. This collaboration is doing exactly that and more. Being accepted as a member of an OFC BNI chapter means that you will benefit from the powerful business-to-business networking and coaching from BNI, in addition to the constant flow of clients and support from the OFC. Like BNI says, we are stronger together. But don't take my word for it. Get involved and experience the benefits for yourself. If this opportunity is right for you, let me be the first to welcome you to the OFC community and to the BNI family. To get started with the OFC, simply sign up at ofccommunity.com. Our member success representatives are ready to be at your service. In the meantime, please remember to think of us first for all your community and business needs. Thank you again for your time and enjoy the rest of the presentation.
There are some principles.
We'll get back to this in a moment.
That once
Pause, escape, stop share. All right. All right, grand rising, everybody. I am so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and to our ancestors for creating this time and this space for us to be able to get together today. And I just ask that the time that we spend today, let it be very productive, let it be very efficient, and supportive for each and every one of our community members and business owners who are on the line with us this morning. I'm happy to see everybody here. As we start off, so first off, I just want to take just a quick moment, want to acknowledge our brother Egbert Gay, who passed away Sunday. Um, uh, yeah, just getting on this one, it was a rough one, guys. I was prepared to not do it. But this is as we know, Egbert, I don't think he would have wanted us to stop you know, anything that we're doing. He would have wanted us to continue trekking on and to continue sharing that community spirit and continue to build. So I'm glad to be able to be here, but I just want to take a quick moment. I guess we'll take a moment of silence to acknowledge our brother Egbert. Thank you, guys. So I hope everybody's having an awesome week. Well, and I had an awesome weekend and a great start to your week. So as you guys know, this is our weekly OFC community and business team meeting, where we get together individuals within the community as well as business owners and organizations come together so we could build, we could network, we could connect, and we could support each other in our growth. What to expect for today. Like every week, we get together, we have our, we're listening to the audio book. So for those who were able to participate this morning, I wanted to take a quick moment. What do you guys think so far of the 5 a.m. club? We've listened to the first chapter. First of all, has anybody else ever listened to the 5 a.m. club? Yeah. Okay, Ken, you have? Or listen or read?
It's 7 a.m., not 5.
No, this is the 5 a.m. club that we're participating.
Oh, that's too early for me.
Oh my goodness, Ken. Well, you will know when by the end of this book, you'll be waking up at 4:30 and feeling great about it. So basically, like the 5 a.m. club is, like I said, everybody that I've known who have listened to it, who has taken it in, have been empowered by it. It's one of the key things that came out this morning is what was this what they said? Your discomfort. Oh, I paraphrase it. So your discomfort is the door to your greatness. And that's one thing that this book is really about. It's not about setting you up to live a mediocre life. The 5 a.m. club is really designed for people who want to be a I almost want to say an overachiever. You want to experience mastery. You want to master your life experience. You want to be at the top of your game in every industry that in any industry that you're in. You definitely want to take in the 5 a.m. club. Those who are a part of this journey with us, we will be sharing this supporting materials that come along with it. So I will share it in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I think everybody here has access within the WhatsApp group, so I'll share it there. And then anybody who's watching this video after the fact, if you are an OFC member and you would like to get access to the materials, please reach out. It would be our pleasure to share it. Member services will have access to it as well, and they'll be able to send it off to you guys. So coming back, hey, happy birthday, Carlene. Okay, good. So so now coming back to our point. So basically, so every week we do our little tool in the tab. First off, we start with an audio book for the first half an hour from 7 to 7:30. Depending on how much time is left after the chapter or two, we'll listen to a little motivational clip to get us all in the mindset of awesomeness. And then we transition into our, then we play a couple of quick ads from some of the affiliates that we have. A reminder to all affiliates, if you guys need to have some ads produced, please don't hesitate, reach out to the OFC. We will connect you with our brother Frank, a mainstream. He produces a lot of little ads and stuff that we have. So if you need a little commercial produced, and his pricing is extremely reasonable. And if you can't be here in the morning, we'll play your ad for you. Then we go into a round table where the business owners on the line, our affiliates, I should say, which is the OFC partners, introduce themselves, who they are, what they do, and how they could serve you, initiatives they have going on for the community, and they also share, like if they are in the need of any support, if they are here and they could benefit from and they need your support. They will let you know different things that you could do to participate with them. Then we open it up to all our community and business members. So different, as you guys heard, this different from BNI. So this whole thing came to being because of relationship that the OFC has with BNI. Different from BNI, our meetings are open to individuals as well as business owners, which means that as an individual, you're welcome to come on. You could listen to different things happening within the community. You could ask questions to members of the community. Again, you're here to be able to build and to connect. And then our business owners, again, same thing. They're here to promote themselves, let you know who they are, what they do, and any challenges that they may be facing. And that's an important one. And I want to remind everybody, if you are experiencing any challenges, even as an individual, things that you have questions about, or as a business owner or head of an organization, please let us know how we could be of service to you, how we could help you to scale, how we could support your business and your growth. Then after that, we'll have a feature guest. Today, actually, I am the feature. There's a couple of things I want to share with you guys and have a conversation with you guys after concerning what we're working on in terms of the healing journey. So I think we'll spend some time just discussing after that, and then we close up. Some of the ground rules that we have, basically, as we're doing our round table, each person has about 1.5 minutes to introduce themselves and to present. Once your 1.5 minutes has exceeded, then I'll start waving I have a flag. You guys can't see it, but you're seeing colors going around. Or you see my hands. Yeah, anyways, the point is I'm going to start flaring all kind of stuff in front of you guys so you know that your time has expired. And then we go on to the next person. Our meetings are completely bilingual. Fait que s'il vous plaît, gênez-vous pas, exprimez-vous dans la langue de votre choix. Our meetings are completely bilingual, so you're welcome to express yourself in the language of your choice. And if needed, we will translate. Fait que si nécessaire, on va traduire. But again, this is a very inclusive space. So we want to make sure everybody feels comfortable here in this space. And we do encourage, if you can, to turn your cameras on so we can engage, we can interact, we can see you. If you're not in a position to do so, it's totally understandable. Also, you are welcome to be a guest. So if you do not have anything you want to promote or plug this morning, do not feel away, just let us know. And so we know that you're here just participating as a guest. I think I hit every point so far. And the meetings are recorded. So please, when you're introducing yourself, remember not just to put it in the chat, but to also say your contact information. So if somebody wants to connect with you after the fact, they will have the opportunity to do so. And if I strongly recommend, or not recommend, I ask that each person, please put your contact information in the chat, because that's what we use for our attendance. So please just, name, coordinates, and also you're here to network. There's an opportunity to connect. So please take the opportunity to do so. All right. I think I've hit everything for this morning. Perfect. All right, good. I just got that note, Dr. Pierre. So we're gonna connect you with a French tutor. All right, so let's get started. As we see them on our screen, Ken, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, everybody. I'm Ken Ingram, and essentially, I'm the professional business trainer and coach in the group. 20 years now. I've been in business 20 years, helping people in sales, strategy, leadership, presentation skills, networking, whatever it is you need for your business. Because being in business should be fun. I've been working with Dali and Nora recently on their professional business skills, and both are excited to invest in themselves, giving them more energy. Wow, each meeting is amazing. And Pharaoh, I believe in this stuff. And I'm also using their services as well. And I've been actively introducing them to my network. It becomes a big explosion of contacts. Khalil as well. I've been having conversations with him. I've introduced him already to a client of mine who needs some funding for his business. As the BNI concept promotes, reciprocity, givers gain. If you want to grow your business, you want to get better results, I'm here to teach you how to do that. Here to springboard your business, help you to build habits that will change the course of your business. Wow. I can be reached anytime at 514-668-2320 or by text And if I don't get to the phone in time, call me back, please. And the bottom line is, if you don't keep me a secret, I won't keep you a secret. I think that's a fair deal.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Carlene.
Thank you, Ken. Awesome. I always appreciate the energy and thank you for what you're doing within the community. Extremely, extremely supportive. Affiliated of the OFC. We're glad to have you on board. And again, I always like to thank you for what the training, the education, the mentoring, everything you've done to help me grow, expand my business, and to implement certain fundamentals that has helped me to scale. So again, I appreciate you, and I'm excited for the results of everybody who's going through the course with you.
And you know my personal promise, I never disappear, right? I'm always there for you.
Yes, that is a fact.
That's a true statement, and not everyone will commit to that. I'm there always for you.
Amazing. Thank you, Ken. Again, we appreciate you. Keep up the great work. Next, Sister Kemba, Grand Rising Queen. Hey, look, it looks like you've connected with Preston too. Preston has hooked up my
he hooked me up. I'm gonna take it off for a minute though, just so you can see. This morning, can you see me still?
Yes, we can see you.
Oh,
it looks warm where you are. Sorry.
It is.
Ooh. Yes.
A bit of sunshine for you this morning.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
So my name is Kemba Williams. I'm calling in from St. Lucia this morning. Unfortunately, I'm traveling because of a funeral, but still, it's beautiful to be here. I am the co-founder of the Keen Real Estate Group. We are a real estate investment company. We help folks who are interested in starting out or expanding in their real estate portfolio, building wealth using real estate. There are so many tools you could use, from buy and hold, flips, and BRRRRs, and investing in apartment buildings. There are so many strategies that you could use to build wealth using real estate, and we teach you about those. We also offer property management in the GTA area. One of the things, Pharaoh, you asked if we haven't asked, right now we have a few units available for rent in Scarborough and in Brampton. Would love to share some of those in the OFC, just so that you have them. A 3-bedroom house, 2-bedroom basement apartment. We have a commercial space now in Eglinton near Oakwood. So anybody who's interested in renting some space or needs or knows of a business who needs some space, we have a few places available right now. So please reach out. And yeah, if you're interested in anything related to real estate and building a portfolio, building wealth using real estate, please reach out. I'm here for you. We're here for you at the Keen Real Estate Group. It's KEANGROUP.ca, keengroup.ca. My number 416-821-5765. I feel like I'm at the end of my 1 minute and 30 seconds. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and yeah, you can reach out anytime.
Thank you, and please definitely share share the listings. If you could share it in both spots, the 101, the real estate 101 group, as well as the OFC community group, and then we'll have member services share those listings out for you as well.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, Queen. Okay, great. All right, let's keep moving as I see them on my screen. Dr. Pierre, are you with us this morning? Grand Rising.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I was away for about 2.5 weeks. We had some projects in the Caribbean. Went to the States, went to Guyana, went to Suriname, Trinidad, St. Vincent, Jamaica, and I came back yesterday. So I had a lot of projects.
Wow. Sounds like you're on a tour. You do music on the side? Sounds like that was
work. Is all work related. So we're good. So good morning, everyone. My name is Justin Pierre. I'm the director of research and business development at the research firm of Dunn, Pierre, Barnett and Company Canada Limited. We are a survey king. We do many types of surveys. any information that you want, any marketing information you want, research on any specific topic, any specific demographics, we can provide that for you. We can collect data indicators, data based on postal codes, income, all type of research you have, you need or for your organization. We can definitely contact us. My phone number is 647-966-4783, 647-966-4783. And my email is cjustine, JUSTINE, PIERRE @gmail.com. And you please get in contact with me with regard to our first guest, Ken. I think I may have to get in contact with him, tell him to get in contact with me about two things, about project management. We have a consultancy firm, and sometimes sometimes we get a lot of projects. Sometimes there are just too many for us to handle. So we have to subcontract these projects. And I think that could be a very good relationship working with him. And I would definitely like to take up his sales course. So
Nice.
tell him to give me a call, and I'll be happily become a student of his. So
Amazing.
we have to work together. As I said, that's how we work together, by just being able to have a small, enclave, a small community that we all know each other and always want to help each other. And once again, Pharaoh and your organization, thank you very much for making me be a member, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Pierre, and thank you for what you're doing. Again, the information and the data that you guys collect, it empowers us as a community.
Yes.
So thank you for what you're doing.
Lastly, also want to say that we just finished the Black Quakers pension survey.
Okay.
So we're doing the analysis, and obviously we will provide a copy to you. Thank you.
Thank you. And let us know when you're launching the next survey. Awesome.
Yes. I'll be in Quebec this week. Thanks.
All right, so let's connect.
Thanks.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, let's keep moving as I see him on my screen. I just want to make sure I got all our affiliates. Okay. Shout out Alvina. Alvina's listening for this morning. But shout out Alvina Ryan. She's one of our insurance brokers and a best-selling author. Okay, I think that's it for our affiliates. So let's dive in and let's go. Let's start with a member of our team, Inga O, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, I had to get to the right place. And hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am OFC member of Outreach and Engagement Facilitator. Today, though, I really want to speak with my 1 minute on the Empower Hour. That's the radio show, Thursdays 7 to 9, if you don't already know. I am really working on a segment around, well, we talk about healing here, so that's it, but I really wanted to see who would be open to having a micro interview around their healing journey, how they handle mental health within the community, and just overall sharing a little candidly, one-on-one. So I will put my contact information. I do have a number from Atlanta, but text works. WhatsApp also works. And then I'll also put in my personal email.
Amazing. Thank you, Inga, and I appreciate what you're doing. It is something, discussing health. I'm going to be talking about it as well when it comes around to my turn. But I think it is, yes, we did. Yeah, I think it is important that as a community that we could share openly. We could share things that help us going to cope with different things as well. Again, this is the power of community. So it's always good to share best practices, share something that works for us that could be beneficial to other people. Sometimes our negative experience, quote unquote negative experience, helps us to evolve, but also sharing the experience could help somebody else as well. So thanks, Ingo, for what you're doing. And again, you all please take advantage of that opportunity. Righty, keep it moving. Yes, Brother Samuel, Grand Rising, nice having you here.
Grand Rising. Bonjour à tout le monde.
Bonjour.
Mon nom est Samuel Laguerre. Je ne sais pas si on m'entend bien.
Oui, on vous entend.
Ok. Les deux principaux projets, dans le fond, pour lesquels déjà reconnecter avec la communauté OFC et l'entrepreneuriat en général, pour moi, c'est une chose très importante. Donc, je m'y remets. Et je travaille présentement sur deux projets. Le premier projet, c'est la communauté d'affaires Kustiga. Kustiga, c'est un terme en moré, un peuple du Burkina Faso qui veut plus ou moins dire Juju. Et dans le fond, le principe de la communauté Kustiga, c'est d'actualiser les anciennes pratiques ou la perception très ritualisée de certaines choses qui sont propres à nos communautés et les moderniser et les adapter et les appliquer au monde des affaires pour notre développement et en être fiers.
Est-ce que je peux le traduire? Attends, avant que tu fasses l'autre point, je veux traduire ce point et être sûr que j'ai bien compris. So the first project that you're working on is a development of a community based on our culture, on our African culture. Is that
Not exactly. It is based on the notion of Kustiga. Kustiga is the More term that means Juju.
Juju.
And
okay.
Exactly. And we want to demystify the use of certain practice of why they used to use certain kind of rituals to boost businesses. And
okay.
we want to demystify the science behind that to actualize it into the modern world that we live in.
Oh, formidable.
So that we can be proud of this aspect of our practices and how they can help us to thrive in the business world.
Parfait, merci.
So,
Okay. Ça, c'est la première entreprise. Et c'était quoi la deuxième?
Ok, le deuxième, dans le fond, c'est un projet de recrutement à l'international. Donc, c'est encore à l'état embryonnaire. But the philosophy behind it is that we want to be able to find people that want to employ, that are looking for employees. We have our base, me, I manage more the region of Benin and my partner in Cameroon. But we want to build a mindset whereas our brothers and sisters come to work here, but we form them to already have a mindset of reaching for wealth and prosperity, not just to work. The work that we want to, they take the work, yes, but we give them all the resources, all the information for them to the most quickly possible reach for wealth and prosperity, have the mindset for it so that they don't fall prey to the system, but that they come here to thrive, that they keep the connection that they have with their family, with the motherland. So this is the vision that we have.
Amazing, formidable. So okay, I like both of those things, and I would love to schedule a time for you to let's have an interview. Let's have you come on to the Empower Hour to discuss it, because those are really, really cool initiatives that I think it'd be a value for for the community to be able to hear more in depth. So if that's something you're interested in or you're open to, then let's set that up.
Of course I am. Yes.
Perfect. Good. Thank you, my brother. And did you have, so right now, sorry, I forgot to ask everybody else before. Did you have an ask? Is there anything else that you need, like in terms of promotion or?
Not that much at the moment. I might come for next week, but I'm interested. Sorry, I forgot your name. The lady that talked about mental health and depression. I want to talk to her if you want to interview somebody, because I went through hard phases. Well, a lot of us are, and I think I'm in all right phase at the moment. So I think I came out of it. So I wanted to discuss this with her, and also keen for concerning the real estate, but not necessarily for now, but a bit for later, because I'm interested in let's say using the bird dog strategy to build a little bit of capital to be able to have access later on to real estate, to more normal real estate markets. So
amazing. So that's Sister Kemba, and it looks like she might have come off, but I will connect you. It is Sister Kemba, and so we will make it a point to connect you with her. She's an awesome sister, and she can help guide you through that process.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you, my brother. Great initiative. Brother Fred, Sister Janet, I felt like
sorry if I could intrude, and he mentioned me, so I put my stuff in the chat. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll send you a message.
Brother Fred, Sister Janet, long time no see. Too long.
I know. Boy, it seems as though it's been decades since we last joined this group. But good morning and welcome everyone. It's nice to be back. It's summertime and it's that time of the year when Liquid Green is doing a lot of work. Sales are going good. It could be better. But it's that time of the year when we get busy. So, if you don't see us, don't panic. We're still here.
Okay.
Right? There are a couple of things that's happening. Of course, we've been working with Dali, and our website was down for a while because he was doing some fixes. It's now up, and we are about to launch our campaign, right? We're going to be launching a campaign. It might be tomorrow or sometime later in the week. And this is a campaign where everyone can participate. You can enter to win a trip for 2 to beautiful, sunny Jamaica.
Ooh.
Right. And maybe I should take out the word beautiful. But it's a wonderful opportunity and all the information is going to be posted, so you'll get an idea as to what it is we're talking about. We are very excited about it because Dali has done yeoman's work, and I got to give him a plug. He is a superior individual to work with. Very humble, very knowledgeable, and he does what he says he does. Then the other thing with Liquid Green is our radio show. That has taken off. Our listeners are growing exponentially every week. And it's a health show for those of you who don't know and want to tune in. It's on realityradio101.com every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. And I'll put that in the chat as well.
Thank you. And Sister Janet, you're there as well. So I'll reset the clock.
Her time is up.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, today I'm not going to talk about the investments, but we have a trip that we're planning with the African Union. That's what actually has been taking up a lot of my time because I've been working as Director of Commissions with the African Union, and we had a fantastic meeting and we had the flag raising, etc. But we have a trip to East Africa that I'm going to be sharing with the group by the next meeting. It's coming up shortly, and we're going to Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya.
Wow. Oh, man.
Get on board, guys. Get on board. We're working. Get on board.
We're love this.
The motherland.
Guys, I love this. I love this. Okay. And I think did you say Tanzania?
Yeah.
We do have members in Tanzania, so I will connect you. That would be really cool. They could connect with you while you're out there. That would be really cool. You said, wait, Tanzania, where's the other place you're going to?
Uganda and Kenya. There's the youngest king in Africa is going to be crowned. His coronation is the first week in September. So because we're the African Union, we're looking to do some business. I know I'm taking up more time, but some business introductions in the continent as well. I need to get some time. Pharaoh on the show to talk about the African Union because it's the diaspora. We're the 6th region, and it's going to involve every group like the OFC and all the other groups. We have a part to play to become involved with how the African Union, the diaspora interacts with the continent.
I love that. Say less.
And that king she's talking about, Pharaoh, it's me. I just going to be doing it in Africa, the youngest king.
I thought that, but I didn't want to say it because it wasn't said. Okay, good. Thank you, Fred. But no, definitely, Janet. So please, if I don't remember to reach out to you, just reach out to me. Let's book it. Have you come on air? That would be awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, great stuff. And Kemba, I'm glad that you popped back in. We know your connection is a little unstable as where you are, but definitely Samuel would like to connect with you. So Samuel, Kemba, Samuel, you guys should definitely connect. All right. Dr. Williams, Grand Rising. And sorry, you popped in and then you turned off your camera and slipped my mind. And I'm glad to have you here. As one of you are actually one of our affiliates, so we're glad to have you with us. So thank you.
Well, I won't think of myself as an afterthought because I know. Hey, hey, good morning, Grand Rising. Just want to make this short and sweet. We are basically at the end of the school year. And that's pretty well definitive because May 1st is May 30th is usually the end of the fiscal year. So now all the school planning is for next year. So I put in the chat my coordinates for the products that blackbiblio.com sells, which is the ABCs of Canadian Black History Kit. And our main buyers, customers, if you will, are the schools, so that our children and children across Canada can learn about our history here. So next year, we need to be thinking about how do we make an impact? Got a lot of time over the summer to start thinking about that and to really kind of set our minds up in a real focused way so that as we move into the fall towards Black History Month, Christmas period, we're ready to make an impact in our communities. I will not go on because we've hit our minute, I'm sure. But my coordinates are in the chat. Yes. Just one other thing, and this has nothing to do with the time. Pharaoh, did you acknowledge Egbert's death?
Oh, I definitely did.
So I just wanted to, because I wasn't here when it happened, and I just wanted to say yes. He will be remembered. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. It's he means a lot to the entire community. And actually, as you say that, if anybody, we did get a lot of nice messages that we're going to be airing on our radio show on Thursday. I think I still have a bit of time to squeeze anybody else in. So if anybody did want to leave any voice notes or any quick messages or whatever be the case that you'd like for us to mention on our show on Thursday concerning our brother Egbert, please let me know, and it'd be my pleasure to put it up. And also, Dr. Williams, I have connected with the Vice President of the English Montreal School Board. So let's find a time, make a time for us to connect and discuss strategy in terms of how we could create that bridge. And I know they're the school boards are focused on mental health and stuff as well. And I'm thinking there's a way, because what you're doing is helping our community, especially the youth, with identity. So there is a way that we could tie it all in terms of building their self-image, their self-esteem, and tying it all in with basically tying in the knowledge of self and culture with building up.
Absolutely critical, Pharaoh. Every single report that has ever come out of the Black community to the government has always mentioned the importance of education, of creating an environment in the schools where the kids feel included and see themselves in the learning process. That's part of their mental health. That's part of the strength and the resilience. So yeah, all of that has already been talked about ad nauseum. We just need to get people to start acting on what we already know.
Perfect.
Have a good week.
Good, you too, Queen. Thank you, Dr. Williams. All right. I'm going through my screen. See, all right. Peace, Sister Nora. Sister Nora's here as a guest today. Glad to have you with us, Sister. Sister Carlene, we're giving you all kind of birthday shout outs. You want to just pop in, say hello to everybody? I know Carlene is one of our community members, always here to support.
Hi, everyone. I want to say thank you to you all. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I'm just telling you, it's a secret. I love my birthday. And these wishes, they meant a lot to me. I love listening to you guys. I love what you're doing for the community. Thank you for being here. And I love you all. I'm telling you, I love my community. And Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you, Carlene. Always a pleasure having you with us. Awesome. Okay, so my turn real quick. We're doing okay for time. So first, just quick updates. As you guys know, I'm the founder of the OFC. The OFC, we are a community resource. We are here to support. We're here to build. We're here at your service. Anything that you need in the community, please reach out to the OFC. I'm really happy to be able to create these bridges. Last week, we were able to help one of our members who's looking for employment. We were able to help connect him with a job, and he's elated. He's super ecstatic and very, very grateful. We're able to also connect a person who owns I think it's a bus or a limo company. Actually, we connected a person who owns a limo company with the school board And now he's a part of their list of suppliers, because he does limos and he has other transport as well. But it's cool. So now because of this relationship, we've now created an opportunity for him to be able to get ongoing contracts from the school board, which is awesome. And so we like creating these kind of opportunities. If you know anybody who is in a development stage, who has a business they're trying to get off the ground, and they're looking for guidance, looking for funding, looking to scale, please invite them to the OFC. But also, if you just know individuals who see the value in coming together and building with like-minded people within the community, also please refer them to the OFC. And we had mentioned it a little bit before, but my ask is also where we're looking for just more guests for the radio show. We do want to, actually, let me explain a little bit better. So we do have a weekly radio show that plays on FM radio, 90.3 FM every Thursday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And it's also a podcast. So we do create spaces for you all in terms of business owners within the community, organizations as well, to be able to come onto the platform to share what you have going on for the world to be able to hear. And we also create spaces for you to feature here as the feature of the week, to be able to promote yourself, to connect with the members of the community, and to help to expand your brand. So I'm glad to be able to have these outlets and these spaces for you all in terms of members of the community. Now, okay, cool. So now in terms of, so I am the feature for today. So I want to have a little conversation with you guys. So first, I'm going to play a quick little 2-minute clip just to introduce Dr. Joan. For some of you guys might have already seen her or connected with her, or seen some of the things that we shared in the past. Now, this is, hold on, where is it? I'm gonna play, it's a 8-minute clip. And it's basically the introduction. Actually, let me give you guys some context. Sorry, I'll give you guys some context and then I'll play the clip. So the OFC, as you guys know, we're here to build community. And we've been here for 13 years. We've grown a lot. We've done a lot of awesome things in terms of support for community and growth. But we've come to realize that if we don't address a fundamental issue within our community, we won't achieve the success that we're aiming for as a community. And that fundamental is our well-being, is our mental health. It is healing from particular traumas that we have gone through. Now, and this is something that we're going to start speaking about on a weekly basis within the community, because we want to remove the stigmas. We want to remove the it should not be a taboo conversation. Our health, mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional should be something that we address as a community to ensure the well-being, our well-being, and the well-being of our future generations. And if we ignore it, we're ignoring it, we're kind of putting it, kind of tucking it under the rug, so to speak, but it will come out eventually. And unfortunately, sometimes it's our next generation that suffers from it. And actually, on that note, we are actually suffering from some traumas from our parents or grandparents, or forefathers, or whatever, however we want to frame it, because they hadn't addressed certain things. So it's coming through again in our life experiences. Our goal is to help us to genuinely heal. And it's to help us to understand what are traumas. And it's also to help us to understand that traumas are always going to happen in our life experience. Life will always create, I call it contrast. Some people call it adversity. Some people call it traumas, whatever it is, but life will send those things to you because they're a part of life. They're a part of helping you to evolve. But unfortunately, a lot of us were never taught how to cope. We're never taught how to, what they are and how to navigate them, so that we could go through the experience, learn from the experience, and then grow from the experience. So what ends up happening is we get hit with the contrast or the trauma, and then it stays within us, and then it festers, and then we get hit with another trauma, and we haven't dealt with the first trauma. So they're compounding traumas. So a lot of us are functioning at half capacity, if not a quarter capacity, and we're still doing good. But now just imagine how much better we would do if we're able to identify the traumas, heal from the traumas, and expand from them. that is what our desire is as the OFC community, is to create that for you all in terms of members of the community, is to be able to help you all to heal, help you all to evolve, and really to live your best life experiences. That is my passion as an individual. That is our goal as a community. It is to help you all to basically tap into the best expressions of yourself. So now this amazing sister that we've connected with, her name is Dr. Joan. She's currently based in Kamloops. She'll be coming back into Ontario. Actually, she's originally from Ontario, from Brampton, if I'm not mistaken. And then she moved out to Kamloops, and now she's moving back. So now it is, yeah, thank you, Nora. You're absolutely right. We are healing from our childhoods. So now she has developed this amazing thing called the National Healing Journey, that the OFC, we're blessed to be able to partner with her to implement that as one of our programs for our members. Now, now I've given you guys a bit of context. I'm going to play this quick little clip. I'm looking at our time. Yeah, or we're okay for time. So I'll play the clip, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it, okay? Clip's about, like I said, about 10 minutes. Hold on a second. La, 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 la. Of course. Where is it? Then I queue it up. Hold on. Your videos. Okay, you know what? No, not that one. Business team meetings. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I was looking at the wrong playlist. Sorry, guys. No, I couldn't find it. Okay. Here it is. All right. Share screen. Okay. I'm not sharing screen. I've lost you guys. Where did everybody go? Okay. There we go. Share screen, share audio. There's Dr. Joan. We're going to bring it back a notch. Full screen and start.
Thrive as a community. And then finally, I want to introduce you to my answer, my particular answer to the question of how do we effectively collaborate and work towards this building of a new thing for us as a nation. So it was FDR who said, if a civilization is to survive, we must cultivate a science of human relationship, the ability of all peoples, of all kinds, to live together, work together in the same world at peace. So let's talk about what trauma is and what trauma is not. When we go into the place of speaking about trauma, we usually go to these heightened levels of events, right? It's a massive event. Well, a trauma can be a non-event, so I want you to keep that in mind. But when we talk about a trauma, what we want to focus on is our response, not the event itself. So a very massive event can happen, and I might perceive it in a way that it's not traumatic. Or it could be a minor event and I perceive it in a way that is absolutely traumatic. So it's not about the event, it's about the response. Here's the response. My body is going to respond. It's going to record memories, and in addition to recording memories, it's then going to also, my mind is going to respond. It's going to send information to my mind. This is my emotions, my thoughts, and my feelings, right? So those are then engaged. In addition to that, we go to a spiritual response, right? And the spiritual response is stepping out of our divine place where we can love one another, connect with one another, know who we are, and make the statement, I am, right? And as we make that statement, then we're able to stand in our position and stand in the power of who we are as individuals. So we're having these different layers of responses, and all of our responses are unique. But here's the thing I need you to understand. Your first response is your last response. That means for the earliest moment that you have a traumatic response, that will always be your response, unless it evolves in some way, shape, or form. So I just talked about this, and I'm going to speak to you briefly about the biology of fear, the biology of trauma. So I'm going to talk to you about something called polyvagal theory. Then there's the mind response, which I just talked about, and I want to talk to you about something called the mirror. And then finally, our state of being, the I am, and how that is impacted by trauma. So polyvagal theory is the science of connection. When you are in the mental health space, you can read 1 million books about mental health, and everybody will be talking about exactly the same thing in a slightly different way, right? So polyvagal theory is a biological understanding of how we respond to trauma, and it's brain theory. We have what's called our smallest brain, which is at the base of our head, our midbrain, which is the next one, and at the very top is the newest, they say, most evolved version of our brain, but it's the part that connects us all together, right? So I want to show you the ventral or vagal system is our top brain, and then in the middle is our sympathetic nervous system, and then what we call the vagal system. Then when we are in the space of the top, the vagal, the very most refined part of our brain, the spiritual brain, this is where we can say the world is safe, this is who I am. But once that is disturbed, we go down a level, and then we go down a level. Then there's co-regulation. I need to see you in order to feel safe. You need to see me in order to feel safe. And if we don't feel safe with one another, then there's nowhere for us to go, right? And when people are traumatized, 100% of us are traumatized. Not just Black people. Like 100% of humanity is traumatized, right? But we are the most traumatized. And if we are to evolve out of this place where we have been, now we need to go through a healing journey. There are 3 moments each of us are going to have to deal with, or resolve, or what I say forgive, right? We're gonna have to process it. If you experience a traumatic moment in your childhood, if it is resolved, you're good. You move on to the next one, you'll probably be good. You'll move on to the next one, you'll probably be good. But if you experience a traumatic moment in your childhood and it is not resolved, you continue in a pattern, giving you an opportunity to resolve it. If you don't resolve that one, you experience your next traumatic moment, and there's a pattern that's established. So there's a pattern of going through the same trauma again and again and again. Each is an opportunity for you to resolve it. Now, if you don't resolve both, you have 2 cycles of trauma that's happening where you're going, why am I constantly here, right? Then if that's not resolved, you go to the 3rd trauma, and now you've got this tornado that's happening. The 3rd point is when most of us have a divine intervention, like somebody actually steps in, and that is when we have to make a decision. I will choose to die, or I will choose to live, right? Remember, when you have trauma, it's not just mental, it is physical. People with cancer, trauma, right? People with diabetes, trauma. Every kind of disease that you can think of is related to trauma, right? So if we can just get out of the mindset of treating traumatic responses as just mental responses and begin to think about all the ways in which trauma impacts us physically, perhaps it will motivate us, right? If somebody has a stroke, my husband had a stroke in 2016, and everybody came in, and I felt covered with support, right? My son had a mental disorder, and everybody stayed away. No one blamed my husband or me for his stroke, but people blamed me and my husband for my child's disorder, right? Because we don't have an understanding of what trauma is, and we also don't have an understanding of all the ways in which it impacts us. So when it's physical, we're willing to support, because there's no blame, there's no shame, the body's just doing what it's trauma. But because we don't have that understanding, well, when it's mental health, oh, there's something to be scared of, right? When a person has a spiritual separation, can't even talk about God, angry at God, like we stay away from them, or we tell them stuff, we try to teach them all of these other things. It's just fear, right? But we don't deal with the issue as a complex issue together, right? So I'm not going to linger here. There's a coping response, it's called the trauma triangle, that we all need to be aware of. And I just want to walk you through this one very quickly. I'm going to have to get up and read it. Imagine a traumatic moment. As a person is moving through it, there's this complex thing that's happening. As the trauma unfolds, the victim experiences oppression, disempowerment, and often feels taken advantage of or broken. They typically embody feelings of hopelessness and helplessness, loneliness, isolation, anger, and a deep sense of grief because they feel they have no power, control, or choice over their internal or their external world. There's also another part of this story, and it is the rescuer story. As the trauma unfolds, the victim yearns for someone, anyone, to come to their aid. But from their perspective, no one does. They experience the silence of those who watch, or the criticism of those who side with the persecutor and perceive this as abandonment. Through a process called dissociation or separation, they psychologically detach from this moment and abandon themselves. There are a series of brain cells in our body called mirror neurons. And these mirror neurons are about, if I raise my hand, you know, you're gonna interpret what the raising of my hand might be. If I went like this, you're gonna interpret what that is all about. In a moment of trauma, an individual is literally connected with the individual who is harming them. That means our energy fields are now one. I experience their thoughts, I experience their emotions, I experience their intentions without anything being said at all. Whatever they think about me, I now have that as part of my consciousness. It was never verbally said, you're a bad person, you will never be any good. It was never said, is that me?
I don't know what that.
I think that's me.
Okay. And actually it clips there. So that's giving you guys some context. So now, so let's bring it full circle, no pun intended, and where this comes in for us. So first off, I hope you guys were able to take that in. You guys it was okay. You guys got a little gist of what she was talking about there. Now, where we are as the OFC, so some of the program, how we're developing this program, how we want to roll this out. So first off, we strongly believe that every single person in the community is entitled to healing. And this, I want to make this conversation a little bit. We have 3 minutes, so I'll do it quick. Now, the statement that everybody suffers from trauma. What are your thoughts on that? Are you guys in agreement or disagreement? Do you guys have thoughts on that?
Me, I personally agree. When I look at my healing process, I realize that a lot of the things that I've identified as being part of my identity were actually an attachment to profound trauma, and that it's still difficult for me sometimes to distance myself from this since I've built myself around this. So I'm powerfully agreeing on the fact that we are all deeply traumatized.
Thank you. Okay. And what you just said there, it speaks volumes. And the amount of people that I've connected with over the last couple of weeks that have expressed very similar sentiments, it's why I'm extremely motivated about this program that we're developing here. So we realize that every single person has been traumatized, and we strongly believe every single person should go through this healing journey. Now, one of the challenges that we've always experienced as a community is, one, getting access to healers, and two, covering the cost, because it's something that a lot of times that it's private psychotherapists or psychologists that we need to connect to, and it's not covered by Medicare, so to speak, so it's coming out of pocket. One of the things that the OFC we're launching is a petition because we feel that the government should be offsetting the cost of trauma healing for our community. They do it for other groups. They do it. We know they do it for veterans. We know that they do it for the indigenous community. But for some reason, when it comes to the Black community, they're like, "What trauma? You guys, what you guys went through things?" Not really. So right now we're framing a petition because our goal is to get 100,000 signatures of people who agree that we have been traumatized as a community and who also agree that everybody should be healed from their traumas and that the government should be footing the majority of the bill. Okay. What do you guys think about that? Because basically, your feedback is a value, and then that's going to be my ask. Like I'm telling you guys now, we're putting it together, and by next week, I am going to want everybody signing the petition and sharing it. But the idea of having the government offset it, oh, thank you very much. So do you guys think that's a good initiative that we should put some energy behind? And do you guys have any pointers, any tips or tricks that I should consider before we're moving forward on this? And we have to say that in the next 30 seconds so we close on time.
Well, personally, I think it's a really, really good initiative. Also considering the fact that if I take me, for example, at some point I had really good insurance, and there was a lot of let's say naturopath that I could go to and this stuff, but often things that are more like, let's say, if I can call them this traditional, they were always systematically excluded. And sometimes the most direct form of healing for these type of trauma were these. So it was always like so complicated, like jumping hoops and you could say, like, say I could go to the psychologist, like it would be covered, but I know it's not the direct solution for the type of problem that I have. So if we have a type of funding for trauma, if they don't want to, if they try to go with semantic, oh, we don't want to fund trauma, okay, all right, but these type of things that are usually covered, let's say, within the realm of insurance, there are ways to widen this, to give access to the type of feeling that we know really works for us, but for some kind of reason is always excluded from the from what is seen as valid within the health system and within what it can be covered by insurance and all.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. And actually, so you gave me another great point. Even company insurances to basically petition them to be able to open it up to ensure that part of people's insurance could cover that trauma healing as well. Now, I have two hands up. So if you guys just permit me to answer those two things, and then we'll close. So we'll give it 4 more minutes if everybody's okay with that. You guys know I'm usually a stickler for cutting at 8:30, but this is an important topic, so I just like to make sure we have an opportunity to express. Brother Pierre.
Good morning again. I think that what you're doing is very great. I think that from a research perspective, we can look at this whole issue of trauma as develop a concept note and and you can convert it into a proposal. Yes. So that the government can give grants, so we can provide the data, because we have done research, we have done more research in the country. We, all of the indicators. So trauma and all these things come under what is called they are major indicators, yes. Mental traumas, and there are enough data to show that trauma, that we as a people are affected by trauma, and we can present it to the powers that be and ask them for funding to fund maybe a project, maybe 1,000 people or 10,000 people to give us funding, and we could work on it together. We can do the proposal for you, and and get the funding for that.
Because we are taking this. Yes, Dr. Pierre, we're taking this off the line. We'll coordinate a call, you, myself, and Dr. Joan.
Yes.
And let's make it happen. Thank you so much for that offer, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And Brother Fred, Sister Janet.
Yes. Just one thing. Yes, we have experienced trauma, and I am we're going to sign as soon as you send it. But there's also healing, and there is the book. I mention it all the time. The Destruction of the African Civilization. The Master Plan is the last chapter. I'm going to send it to you again, Pharaoh, and I'm going to ask you to just send it to everyone in the group to wherever. Probably I'll try and put it in the group as well, because this has given us the blueprint, the master plan since the 1950s of what we need to do as a community to move forward. I sent this to someone who read it actually as soon as he got it. He said it brought tears to his eyes. The fact that here is a plan that we have and that we just need to read it and start implementing. And just finally, Dr. Williams, if she's still on.
Yes, Dr. Williams here, yes.
Yeah, we did send you a referral for someone in Kenya who's doing homeschooling, and we talked to her about your program. So please connect with her. You have her number in the chat. Thank you.
Amazing. Guys, this is so awesome. I so appreciate you all in terms of members of the community. I appreciate you all for being here and for sharing. I'm looking forward to helping you all to grow, to expand, to heal, and to be, again, like just to be the best expressions of yourself. So with that, I'm going to close up. I am so grateful to life, God, our creator, and our ancestors, again, for creating this space and for being present with us and for creating this opportunity. And I just ask that life just continue to bless each and every one of you all so that you be able to continue to grow, that your businesses be able to continue to grow and sustain yourselves, your families, as well as your community. Hotep, amen, and ashe, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week and looking forward to connecting with you guys soon. Have an awesome day, guys. Peace, peace, peace.
Same to you. Bye, everybody.